Morning everyone. Today I'm going to give you guys a tour of all of our equipment on the farm. This is January of 2024. Be kind of show you guys what we've got, and for me to look back in a few years to see what we had and what we have then. So let's get started. So to start off our equipment lineup, we have our International S1700 dump truck. I purchased this truck for around $4,000. We took the bed off of our other dump truck that blew up and mated it to this truck. This truck has less than 20,000 miles if the odometer works correctly. Truck cranks and runs like a top. It's a very tight, nice truck. It lacks power a little bit, but that's just because it doesn't have a big enough engine. Has air brakes. Just overall a great truck. We purchased this truck 2023. Best truck we've ever owned as far as the dump truck goes by far. It's a manual speed transmission. Like I said, air brakes, has dump bed, runs off the PTO, has good interior, cranks great. Our next piece of equipment is our John Deere 6620 combine. My grandpa purchased it approximately 15 to 20 years ago. It's been a great combine for us. We picked up a corn head for it this past year in 2023 and rebuilt part of it. This is our grain head for it. It's a 915 platform. Old John Deere 6620 has never failed us, really. Just minor issues and repairs on there over the years. This past year we had to rebuild a couple gearboxes and things, but overall it's been a great machine for us, and hopefully will keep being a good machine for us. Our next piece of equipment is this John Deere 320. I just purchased this past November, I believe it was. This machine has around 1,800 hours on it. It's a very tight, good running machine, has plenty of power. Looking to upgrade the tracks, but for now, this is our Bobcat. Cranks good, has LED lights, good tires, has hydraulic quick attach down here. So far, it's been a pretty good machine for us. Next piece of equipment in our lineup is my 2007 Chevy 2500 HD Duramax. We put a flatbed on it this past year in 2023. It's been a good truck for me. I've had very minor issues with it, mainly just maintenance items. But overall, it's been a great truck for us. It's got the Duramax engine in it. It's got around 200,000 miles on it. Leather interior. Good truck. We have our flatbed with our air compressor back here. Very nice, very handy to get stuff on and off. Great addition to my truck. This is my 24-foot gooseneck. It's a deck over trailer. I built it in May of 2022. It used to be a camper frame that I redone completely the tongue and added the decking, added all the cross members for the decking, built the ramps and everything. White oak lumber. And this is actually white oak lumber sitting on it to do other trailers that we've got to do. Overall, it's been a great trailer. I'm so glad I built it, and here's to many more years with it. This is our 18-foot cattle trailer. We picked it up this past summer in 2023. We just put a new floor in it yesterday, actually. That's the reason it's actually here on the farm. Put a white oak floor in it. Much better floor than what we had. We got to redo some of the lights on it, some of the wiring on it, and need some new tires. But overall, for no more cattle and things that we do, this will be a great addition to us. It does not look pretty, but it does get the job done. And that's what matters on the Ruth farm. So this is our John Deere 4250. It has probably around 5,000 hours. The hour meter sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't work. My grandpa purchased it about 15 years ago or so. It's needing a cab kit. I'm hoping maybe in the next couple years to put one in it. Y'all can see the cab's in pretty rough shape. I do have a new seat for it. Tractor cranks and runs flawlessly. Has good tires on it. I put new tires on it 3 years ago on the front. But overall, it's been a great tractor. Hopefully it'll keep going for us for a long time. Next tractor is my 3020. I purchased this tractor 7 or 8 years ago. It had been burnt in the front end. I completely rebuilt it, rebuilt the motor, painted most of it, new seat, new tires, and everything at that time. I think we have around 400 or 500 hours. There's 340 hours on it at the time of this recording. We put new batteries in it this year. May end up having to put a new hydraulic pump on it. It's leaking. But overall, it's been a great tractor for me. It's my first tractor, I guess, I ever bought, that I can actually do work with. So, been a great tractor. Hopefully, keeps on going. This is my 18-foot equipment trailer. It's a tag-along. I purchased it as a 14-foot trailer with lightweight axles on it. Used it like that for a few years after I rebuilt it. Then Coleman and I, 3-4 winters ago, we took and extended it 4 more feet. Added heavier duty 6,000-pound axles on it. We added the winch, toolbox, and all this stuff on it. It's going in the shop here in a few weeks, put a new floor in it, and just do some routine maintenance on it. But overall, it's been a good trailer. Time of viewing, this is our buckets for the Bobcat. I've got a tooth bucket, a litter bucket, and the other bucket is my dad and them's. I do have a set of forks for it, a rock bucket, or sorry, excuse me, a stump bucket. I have a hay spear and a few other attachments. Skid steer attachments are something you can't live without. They're great. If you ever have one of them, you want all of them. This is our John Deere 5055E. We've had some issues with it. It's just newer and has a lot more electronics on it. For the most part, it's all been electrical issues with it. It has, I think, around 800 hours on it. My grandpa bought this tractor new, 735 hours. My grandpa bought this tractor new in 2010, I believe it was. Overall, it's been a good tractor for us. We've enjoyed using it. It's perfect for hay and running augers and whatnot. So hopefully it'll keep on keeping on. This is my John Deere, this is my Kubota X1120D. My wife and I bought this 2022, I believe it was, August 2022. It's been great for us. We purchased it used for around $11,000. Like I said, it's been great. I haven't had any issues other than my winch doesn't work right now. Put new tires on it, but this thing is a must-have. If you've ever had one or hadn't had one, you need one. We have currently 540 hours on it. It's about time for a service and just a general maintenance look over on them old Kubota. And so this is our International 806. It's probably the first big tractor my grandpa ever purchased off a dairy farm. It has, I don't know how many hours on it. I think the hour meter shows 27 and 8,000, but we're pretty sure it's been replaced. Been a good tractor over the years. We don't use it a lot anymore. It's kind of my brother's pride and joy now. He takes, you know, he's wanting to restore it, rebuild the motor and get it where to crank good again. That's the reason it's not out here in the lineup. I couldn't get it to crank a second time this morning. My battery box was dead. Need some new batteries, but overall, pretty good tractor. So this is a John Deere 3010 utility I picked up on trade. Coleman and I put a clutch in it last winter. I'm probably just going to get this one, fix a few little issues, get running and sell it. We don't need another battery and motor to have to maintain. But so if anybody's looking for a 3010 utility, hit me up. This one will be for sale, minus the weights. This is our little auger cart. My grandpa's had it for I don't know how long. Most of the time we use it to put wheat and stuff in to load the drill. This year we actually haven't used it at all. So y'all probably haven't seen it any yet, but that's what it's for. Next up on our lineup is our Wilmar 745. This is a 60-foot wide sprayer. It holds 500 gallons, has around 5,300 hours. Has a John Deere turbocharged diesel in it. This spring I paid, I think, $8,000 for it. I've spent quite a bit in upgrades and fixing stuff on it. Different valves and different things that needed replacing. Overall this year though, it done a good job covering what acreage we needed it to cover, spraying our row crops and our hay ground and whatnot. So overall it's been a good machine. Hopefully we'll keep it for several more years. Next up is our forklift. It's a Caterpillar V50D. We picked it up this year, 2023, for $1,000 off Marketplace. I'll try to remember to post a video up here about it. It's got a lot of hours, I think like 17,000 hours or something, 18,000 hours. It does not crank good, but it does do the job for us here in our corn bagging operation. This isn't necessarily a piece of equipment, but it is our corn bagging setup. There's several videos here I've got on YouTube about our corn bagging setup. But it's been great to us this year. I've got probably about $1,500, $2,000 in this setup the way it is right now. But it does a very good job, and we've sold a lot of corn out of it this fall. As of right now, we're running a big chicken house bin for our bagging setup. We have two 3,700 bushel grain bins. We have this 6-inch, 40-foot long grain auger, and this 8-inch, 51 or 52-foot grain auger. This one is wore slap out. We're looking for a replacement for next year. This one here we just picked up this year for $300. Works good loading out trucks and stuff. This is our John Deere 750 10-foot grain drill. This is what we currently plant all our soybeans, wheat, and sow pastures and hay ground with. My grandpa purchased it used probably 30 years ago now, 25, 30 years ago. It's been a great piece of equipment for the farm. We've had very little issues out of it. But we're hoping to upgrade and maybe get a 15-foot or get a planter this year that we can plant our beans with. This is our gravity wagon. It holds approximately 250, 300 bushels. We picked it up this year for $2,200 from a neighbor. It works good when we have issues with our truck or just to, you know, help out when we need it. This is my John Deere 643 corn head. Picked it up fall of 22, I think. We used it this year to shell our corn. I paid $3,000 for it and put approximately $1,000 in parts in the head, but overall it's a pretty good head. We do have one gearbox we need to replace this fall, or this winter, or next spring, before we go to shelling corn again next fall. Good afternoon, guys. It's been a couple weeks since I first filmed this video. This tractor at the time was in the shop having some work on it, and we're still doing some work on it. This is my wife's John Deere 830. We bought it, I think it's been 3 or 4 years ago now. My wife's grandpa had one just like this, and my wife's always wanted one. A good buddy of ours bought a new tractor, and he was selling this one, so we bought it. I've done a bunch of work to it over the years, put tire rods on it, stabilization arms, different things. Put a new injection pump on it here a few weeks ago. New injectors and all. It needs a battery now. It needs some hydraulic pump work, but here's a little 830. I got the hood there off at the shop. But like I said, we got more work to do to it, and we may end up doing like a restoration video or something on it. Might build like a roll canopy, roll bar, and all that for it. Y'all let me know if that'd be interesting, if y'all think you'd like it. But yeah, I was wanting to get this in the end of this video because it was in the shop that day, and for whatever reason I didn't come out there and film. Another piece here I didn't film. This is my brother's Bobcat 873. He was also in the shop. He just bought this one. We had to pull the motor on it and do some work. Somebody had done some finagling inside the motor or with the injection pumps. Not going to get into that on this video. He might try to come out with a video on it. Not sure yet. But hopefully it's going to be a good piece of equipment for a farm. It'd be nice to have an extra skid steer, getting up hay, getting up straw and everything. So hopefully it's going to be a good one. He's waiting to get the computer boards back. Had a few little issues with it that we think's computer board related. So appreciate y'all watching. Y'all have a great day. God bless. We'll see you in the next one.